Start it up real quick, guys. So much fun, guys. Look at all that traffic we get to deal with. As you can tell, there's so many people who just don't know how to drive who are out right now. That entire traffic jam back there was unnecessary with the amount of space there was. Again, absolutely unnecessary traffic. I'm going to all-wheel drive, have some fun. That was some excellent content right there. You know what I'm saying? You can demonstrably see how bad people are at driving and how much space there is, and yet how much traffic still gets caused by people who don't know how to drive, guys. But it's all right. You got a trailer now coming. This is controlled. This is a 2 steps ahead type of driving. just getting towed. Pretty funny. What do you guys think that is up ahead, guys? Aston Martin, Audi, Porsche. Looks like a Porsche. Guys, up ahead there's a lane closure, so I'm gonna chill for now, cut it back on once we're past that. All right fam, what's good? Gonna cut out that gas station speaker music. I've been listening to a lot of Isaiah Rashad lately, guys. There are songs that are just not on Spotify, and the more I think about it, you know, when you think about Spotify and stuff. There are songs that you may never get to hear if you only have Spotify, because the songs don't get put on the platform. So YouTube has a lot of unreleased music. I personally have a music library of like 7,000 tracks that I keep on my iPhone. And I had to go through such a process today with iTunes, Apple Music, Apple devices, all these different Windows applications, because my iTunes suddenly no longer had a music library, it just had podcasts and playlists. So what I had to do was download Apple Music, download Apple devices, and then try to figure out how to sync my computer library to my iPhone while the iPhone was connected while running Apple devices. But I just couldn't figure out how to manually add music one song at a time, which is normally what I do. So I ended up deleting Apple Music, deleting Apple devices, and reinstalling iTunes, the latest version from the Windows Store, and that solved everything. There's a beautiful 5 Series, I think it's an M5, it's burgundy over there, it's absolutely gorgeous. Right now, I think a lot of people are in Tennessee for Gatlinburg. A lot of Japanese cars, German cars. The thing looks gorgeous. So does that Corvette. That Corvette in a beautiful, like, I would say bluish gray. But yeah, guys, I finally reinstalled iTunes, and by reinstalling iTunes, I was able to sync up my phone and then drag and drop music over manually. So that's how I can get unreleased songs and keep them with me, you know, when I'm driving around. So let's get going now to car wash. I was gonna get gas, but we're running low on time. I'm gonna go to the Atlanta United game. My girl is taking me out. I'm so happy, pretty excited. It's gonna be my first Atlanta United game, even though I've been here for 5 years. We're in rear-wheel drive right now. One thing I should get is those little circular things you put on the rear view mirrors, guys, the side view mirrors, that gives you better, I think, a better angle, especially when you're merging like that. Drive is suspension in comfort settings. Let's just double check. I'm going to go into my shortcuts, go to setup here. Yeah, steering and chassis in comfort. But if we go into M1, which is 4-wheel drive sport, I have that set up to steering and the chassis in sport and sport plus, which really firms it up. There's some rough road ahead, so I'm going to go back into rear-wheel drive. Right at the bottom of this kind of crest is I think it's a bridge. Maybe there's like something that goes underneath, a pipe, maybe a little river, but the surface is uneven. Woohoo. Yo, I'm telling you, Mazdas are sporty cars. Like, I thought that was a Toyota, but the way it just handled that crest, I was like, there's no way that's a Toyota. And it's a Mazda. I love it. If I didn't have a Subaru Legacy GT, I had a 2005 Subaru Legacy GT. It was one of my first cars. It was like the second or third car I ever had. I would have had a Mazda Speed 6, I think. Back then it was four-door sedan that was very sporty from Mazda. And I think Mazda still holds its own with quality. They've just moved towards SUVs more than cars. Oh, beautiful. I'm sure you guys saw that there was a officer in the middle lane. That's why I'm just doing it in one lane. What do you guys think about Zaxby's? If you compare it to other options, I mean, I've personally had it a few times. I've had a great experience every time, but outside of the South, you know, not many people know about Zaxby's. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you've ever had it. And I also passed by, is it Ingles? Like, is it a grocery store, guys? I've seen a few of them. I've never been inside. Is it a Hispanic grocery store? Yo, check out this Hyundai though. Look at those mountain logos. That's crazy. Yo, that shit looks sick. Damn, those decals were tough. Oh man, my girlfriend's gonna love that, guys. I gotta show her that. Feels humid out now. Kind of muggy, to be honest. Really muggy, actually. Strange. I used to think that, you know, turning off the AC would make the car more powerful. And I think it's true on some of the older cars that don't have good cooling systems. You might get 5, 8 horsepower, maybe 10 horsepower, depending on like the cooling system. But nowadays, you can absolutely run the AC on a modern car, especially like an S58 G82, and there's no problems. Right now I'm on the maximum AC, and there's no effect to driving the car at all. I didn't know that E85 prices are down so low, guys. At that racetrack, the E85 was $1.85, which is amazing. If you can run full E85 on this car, you're filling up, and it's gonna cost like less than 30 bucks. Like that's pretty sick. All right, we got a little bit of a line, guys. I'm gonna turn it off here. Fam, welcome back to Unlockable Character. We made it to the car wash finally on a Saturday afternoon. And some days, you know, I do take the day off, meaning I don't upload, so I get 2 uploads the next day or 2 uploads the day after. You know, I do catch up. So this is the first of 2 to come, and should be a great drive, guys. Back on a Saturday afternoon to Atlanta. That's what I like to see. 41 miles, 43 minutes, because the last 3 to 5 miles when you get close to Atlanta can be 30 minutes in themselves. So that would be reflected in the time. So thankfully it's not like that. So many comments that I see about how are you taking this car to the car wash. There's no brushes in this car wash. It's a touchless car wash, guys. Nothing is touching the car in terms of abrasiveness. It's a laser touchless car wash with multiple steps, and I think it does a great job. It even has, when you get into the car wash in the beginning, it sprays the sides and the underneath of the car. So the underbody, it's important to keep that clean. And for me, it's just peace of mind. You're basically making sure that nothing like bird droppings or anything possibly acidic is sitting on the car, and it kind of brushes that away. You can spot fix most things without needing to do a full hand wash of the car when you go to something like this on a regular basis. And this one is unlimited. It's $39 a month, and you can come once a day, 24/7, so it's pretty crazy. But yeah, guys, the car is fully PPF'd, and there's a ceramic coating on top of that. When you wash the car as much as I do through these car washes, I don't think the ceramic coatings last as long. That's just personally, truthfully, you know, that's like spitting game in the car world for you guys. Like ceramic coating, if you hand wash your car like once a month, it'll last a long time. If you go to a touchless car wash, a laser car wash, even without brushes, it'll probably last half as long, I would say. So like a 6-month coating would last 3 months. And you can always go back and get the car detailed every 3 months and do a boost to your ceramic coating, you know what I mean? And that's a very affordable way to maintain the cleanliness of your car. Get a monthly car wash, touchless, and then every 3 months do a nice detail. And in between, you know, clean your car a little bit here and there yourself. I wait till the air drying starts before I turn the AC on in the car. That's another thing, personally, I've read into it a little bit now, and I think it is a good thing to not have your AC running when you're in the car wash. But once the air drying starts, you can. One thing that I always do is when you go to the circulation settings for the air, I always have air recirculation going inside the car. I rarely ever have fresh air coming through the car. And that's just a personal preference. It's something that they do recommend, though, during the car wash, to have the recirculation going rather than fresh air coming from the outside. Got a big Jeep behind us. I try and time the rain droplets with the wiper blades. Can't always get it perfectly though. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Gotta watch the right side for cars. And the left side for pets, actually. After the car wash, these carbon ceramic brakes are not very catchy, I would say. They don't catch as well, so you have to be careful. Oh man, it takes a little bit more distance. You can pump them to help them catch more, but when they're wet, they really don't catch at all. These Kias have some pretty sick headlights, and their daylight running lights are yellow on the Kias, the trucks and stuff. It's pretty sick. Crazy wing on that. FRS or BRZ or GT86, whatever that was. Apparently Toyota is planning a new GT86, possibly a new Supra. The new Supra may not have a BMW engine in it, which is interesting. On the Lexus side, they may have a new RC coupe coming. A turbo 2-liter. I don't know if it's only going to be 2 liters though. That's just going to be crazy. There's a high output version. I think they're testing at around 600 horsepower, but 2 liters, 600 horsepower is insane unless it's electrified or there's hybrid assistance. You do have the GR Yaris, if I'm not mistaken, which is a turbo 4-cylinder, maybe under 3 liters, so 2 liters possibly, 4-cylinder, making good power, all-wheel drive. I'm sure if you tuned one of those things, you could get close to 600 crank horsepower. I'd love to drive one of those. I wonder if they have just a manual option or if they also have an automatic, and what kind of transmission that would be in those cars. Transmissions that really interest me are the Mercedes ones. I think they're 9 speeds, possibly 8 speeds. The Mercedes multi-clutch transmissions. Now, again, I'm a little rusty on them. These are some on the AMGs, for example, like the AMG GT. I think it's a 9-speed. I think it's a 9-speed MCT. Almost like a dual clutch, if not a dual clutch. Mercedes calls them a multi-clutch transmission. I would really like to see what those are like, and if there's tunability in them. A little bit of wind noise coming in. Get some exhaust. These cars are side by side. Ooh, we're in third now. Oh, sounded excellent. Saw a road pirate coming onto the highway behind us, so I decided to shift up twice. Gotta check your rear view, guys, I'm telling you. Right now, between 4 and 5 has been the hottest part of the day recently, with October here in Georgia. This is, I think it's like the it's like a final wave of summer that you get in October with purple sunsets. That's my favorite thing about October in Georgia, is really the sunsets. They are incredible. And I have to make my way down to Silver Dollar Motorsports Park in Reynolds, Georgia. It's 100 miles south of here for a drag night. They have test and tune on Fridays. It used to be 20 bucks. I'm not sure how much it is now. Maybe it's more. But you can go and test your car on the drag strip for the quarter mile. And that's where I actually ran a 10.9 second quarter mile in my 911 GT3, a 2015. tell me what model Ram that is, because it's got the flares, but those could be aftermarket, right? Never know.
back, guys. Camera overheated. Time to put the windows down with max AC.